Hey, good morning. Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. I'm still in the jacuzzi. 10 hours. No, I don't sleep that long. 8 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I've been to bed and I'm back up. I usually start my morning in the jacuzzi, and I might start doing these chats regular just because it's when I make my own lists. And that's what I wanted to just share with you guys right now briefly is, listen, always make a list. It's the most powerful thing you can do, believe it or not. That's been said for many times, for a long time by many people, and it's true. I can tell you, so many times. I've kept a journal before I had an iPhone. I've kept a journal. They called it a time savers. Back in the day, you'd buy these booklets, have up to a year of information, or of a calendar, and I would write down everything I needed to do in the morning. And I attribute to that to being my main success. You can't put shit off. And so what I want to tell you guys today is I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Wrap it up. Wrap up your stuff. Get those things done. Any projects you have, especially those that are related to income producing projects, like, finish it up and get it rented, or finish it up and get it sold, get on it. Good morning, Delta. Other things like, not just, anything that can produce more income, you should wrap that up and get that income coming in. If you have a house or a property that you plan on selling within the next 2 years, I tell you right now, just go sell it right now. It's not going to go up in value. If it does, and you could be in an area like I'm in where there's a possibility it'll go up, just because there is. Hey, good morning, Liam. Wrap it up and get it sold. Don't be too optimistic. Glad you're in here, Liam. You're actually probably one of the ones I'm talking to as much as myself. Don't be too optimistic. Don't be too optimistic. I've seen a crash before. I started in a crash, and it's ugly for a while. But what's awesome is that you're going to see businesses fail. Businesses that probably should fail will fail. And those I'm talking about, those are the people that don't do the right things now will fail. People that get caught with too much debt and the inability to cover that debt and cover those payments, those people get crushed. And then guys like me and others, we come over there and we just pick up the most valuable pieces and move on. And that's just life. That's how it works, right? That's how it works. But so today, yesterday, one of the reasons I was putting it off is because they're so sick of having to pay what I'm having to pay for materials right now. But I spent $13,000 on 2,500 square feet of garapa. It's a Brazilian hardwood planking. It's way too much what I paid for, but I got to wrap this thing up. It's the lid of this living room, and so I got that done. I picked out a pile of tile. A lot of times I'll just have my own people say, hey, just put in the same thing we did last time, but this one it had to be a little nicer, a little cooler. So I went down there and, picked out all the tile, had my guy meet me with my credit card. My guys keep my credit cards. Just like I don't even keep an office. I have a bookkeeper and I have people that do work for me. They are my office. If I need something, I go over there and say, hey, I need this, and I get it. Not everybody's as privileged as that. I understand that. Sometimes I forget how to write a damn check because I have so many of them written for me. But knock it out. Main thing is, write your list right now. Seriously, while you're listening to me, just start writing down. Those things, distractions. You got to get the distractions. Maybe even get those pop-ups that come in when you go into YouTube. I get distracted by some of them too, but I'm telling you, it's a waste of your life. I never watch sports. I felt terrible watching millionaires play football. They're making $1 million, and I'm surrounded by guys that are hitting on a ball or drinking a beer, and I'm getting a contact high just being in the room. I never cared much for pot myself, only because it just took away my energy, and it took away part of my brain, which made it harder for me to actually socialize with the girls, which is probably one of my most important things at that time. But also it just kind of kills your spirit. You won't be as productive, and you won't be as good of an investor if you're getting high. I'm telling you for a fact. One thing to unwind at night and have a glass of wine or whiskey, or smoke a joint, whatever you do, that's fine. But don't let it carry into the time that you can be productive. Unfortunately for me, I used to joke with my wife, And it's unfortunately it's true. Is if my eyes are open, I'm working, and I just can't help it. I'm a compulsive buyer, real estate investor, and it's why I've been so successful. And there has been some, probably there's been some suffering. My kids will tell you, they're like sometimes they'd be afraid to go take a ride with Dad because they know I'm going to spot something on a property. I'm going to find something I want to buy. I'm going to be talking to somebody for 15 minutes or half hour, and I'm going to be making a deal because that's what I'm just geared for it. And that's what you're going to learn. Guess, by the way, get my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. If you're hesitating on that, man, just walk away. There's no sense even watching this channel. Seriously, if you haven't been convinced by now, seeing all the shit that I own and manage to operate, be a one-man show, and I'd say one-man owner. I have plenty of people that work for me. You are probably, I don't know. I don't even have the patience for people like that anymore. Listen, there is a fortune to be made. I have multiple millionaires now working for me, including a few that are watching this show right now. And I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. But if you are unwilling, like when people say, hey, I've been thinking about signing up for a long time. How much is the class? Well, that means you didn't even go to the mentorship page to read about the mentorship to find out what you're getting for what you're paying. So go to the mentorship page, FlipAnythingUSA.com/mentorship. Go there. I think it's on the front page. But just go there because guess what? Come the 15th, boom, I'm cutting off that one-year mentorship option and things are going to go up. And it's only going to be for the people that appreciate the information and do the right thing and do the stuff and do the work and make the money, because that's how I make all my money. I don't make it on these books and mentoring. I make my money, the big money I make is on real estate. And I've made millions of dollars just since I've started this. I mean, just in the last couple of years, the last 6 months, I've made more than, $1 million or $2 million. And that's how it is. But best of all, 10 students that have been in here for just relatively short time are making $100,000 and then another $100,000, and some of them now over $2 million, others well over $1 million, and that's the kind of success. And guess what? That's the community you're joining. When you get in, you'll be able to witness these guys talking about the deals that they're making. These are their second and third deals, and what to do. And believe me, my phone, I've got the best students in the world because they don't waste my time. They get to the damn point, and that's what you have to do. You got to get to the point. As a teacher now, I get to the point. I don't waste any time. I don't worry about, feelings, because, they really have very little to do with facts and what's going to make things beneficial for you. So, anyways, main thing today, I just want to leave you with this morning, and we'll maybe get something going again later today, but is make a list and and prioritize and just knock that shit out. Get it off your plate. I've talked about this the other day about anything I got to do, I just go head into it and I get it over with. No matter how difficult, no matter how uncomfortable, just face those problems and do it. Hey, please hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment when you can. It helps the channel. But you're going to see me more in the field like this than you're going to see, the slick music videos that we sometimes produce, only because I just don't have time. And to be honest, this is the gold. The stuff that you see me doing in the field, and I go in the field and show you guys in the mentorship. This is the gold. And like right now, today on my list, I've got about 7 leases to wrap up. These are increases anywhere from $400 to $700 a month. So it's a significant amount of money. It's maybe 60, 80 grand a year in income. And, I got to wrap this stuff up. I don't want to do it, but I got to do it. And then I got, another single lease that's worth more than all those, in just an increase, one increase worth more than all those put together. And so these are the things that are fantastic problems to have. And they're the ones that you should strive to have, is having, is having to worry about your money. What a great problem, right? Having to worry about your money. Not worry about necessarily making more, but worry about hanging on to what you got and making the most of it. But I'm gonna let you guys go. See you. And any questions, I'll chat real quick. Liam's carpenter like me. What do you got going, Liam? Are you already on the job? I assume you're probably already on the job. You're an hour ahead of me. And Delta, I'm not sure what you're doing, but I haven't seen your name in the class yet. But you're getting old enough you can even do that, and certainly you would be accepted I'll even make you a special deal, only because I do know you work so hard. And Delta's been in here. His only book I've ever given away. And coincidentally, the only reason I gave him that book is because Liam, who's also in the class, said, I'll buy the kid the book. I have a problem with giving away anything for free. When you give stuff away for free, people don't appreciate it. And there's nothing more you can cheat. And I'm talking about my kids. I'm talking about anybody. You want to cheat somebody out of life and experience and doing the right thing, just give it away. I'm not saying there isn't a time for charity when people need help. I do help people, but I'm telling you, people that can fend for themselves, that can do for themselves, you can't, if you hand somebody something valuable, they will never appreciate it. They'll never take advantage of it. But to Delta's credit, I can say, I thought the book might have collected dust, but he's been here as regularly as anybody for the last couple of years, and so he's doing the right thing. Let's see. Parker, hey, good morning. Yay! So Chris is in the class, he just closed a couple deals yesterday. Congrats on those closings. Delta tells me he's getting his real estate license. That's good. That's a good thing to do. Listen, it's like if you need to learn Spanish, go down to Mexico and just live there. You'll learn Spanish so quick, it's not even funny. I've seen guys come back, they sound like a robot talking, but guess what? They are speaking Spanish. And, those are the kinds of things that you do. You immerse yourself. I'm immersed in real estate. I have been since the first time somebody offered me 20 grand more than I paid for a property. And that was, back in 1980. I think we figured out it was 1981. That's what you want. You need to get the hook. Wake up, Tom, living the life. I hope I get there one day. Sorry, I can't read your name. Still can't, fogged over. Oh, wow, so Liam's pouring 500 yards concrete. Awesome. Yep. I've got a little bit of pouring to do too. It's all interior pours. Filled the living room, got a couple of, odds and ends got to take care of. But, so listen, make a list right now. Make a list and then prioritize it. What can you knock out today so you don't have to look at it again? Just get that shit over with. And you knock out all these things that are really probably the biggest things preventing you from making money and making better deals. Get those off your plate. And then, a secondary list while you're sitting around the house, or if you ever sit around the house, is, get rid of, the small expenses that keep you from, distractions, right? Distractions. It could be apps, it could be games, it could be something that pops up that you don't need. Sometimes you get an app on your phone. I still got apps on my phone from my kids when they were kids. And I'm like, how do I get these things off my damn phone? And so in my spare time, when I have spare time, I get rid of that shit because it's just, I get tired of the pop-ups and things associated with them. And I don't like paying for them. In fact, I just, I found out I was paying StreamYard $400 a year. I don't even use the service anymore. So also preparing for about 20 tax fights. I have to fight taxes every year. You own a lot of property. You're fighting the tax man about keeping those property values down. They think you got a castle sometimes when in fact you just have a decent structure, and you have to educate them on that. And boy, you got to do a good job because you're going through before a committee sometimes, and it's like a jury. And they, if you don't like what they say, then you got to appeal, and then you go to the real court, which I'm also doing. And I'm in arbitration right now. We're negotiating a settlement. I've been getting gouged for $42,000 more a year, $42,000 more per year on one property since before COVID. And so I'll have my day in court and I will prevail. There's no question I'm going to prevail. But I will have spent 30, 40 grand to, get back 120. Hopefully the judge will give me my 30, 40 grand that I spent as well. And it'll be a good lesson for the tax assessors for doing a shitty job. So I'm looking forward to that. And anyways, make a list, get it done. I'll check in with you guys later. Thanks.